of them.
I'm tired of it. That's why I'm going on a girls' weekend with my mom and dad to the Green Pines Hotel and Resort. They have 3 indoor water slides. I'm going to sit by the pool and drink Arnold Palmer's, even though I'm not supposed to have caffeine.
Whoa, you can have 1 Arnie Palmy a day, hon.
Not now, Daddy. I'll be back on Sunday. Here's the instructions. Follow them.
That's a lot of pages.
He's a lot of work.
And Gene, buddy, the mealworms go in the fridge. But be careful. The container looks like takeout. It's not takeout. Goodbye.
Pills, please work better.
And this really is the most important part of my whole building, the headers, because it holds the entire roof up, right? Okay, there we go. Up she goes, temporarily locked in. Beam right there. Were you able to get that in there, huh?
The gruesome 1978 murder of 60s sitcom star Bob Crane remains unsolved.
Officially, the case remains unsolved, but Bob Crane's son says he thinks Carpenter may have done it.
Carpenter did this.
He's the guy.
No doubt.
No doubt.
100%.
100%.
During my career, I've had a lot of big cases. But the Bob...
You're not going to believe what these are weighing out.
Hey guys, at Dollar General today. Why don't you come inside with me? I'm going to check out a possible shrinkflation item. So Dollar General carries these Clover Valley products right here. These would be comparable to the Walmart Great Value. It's their generic brand. So I've noticed when I've been in here that some of these are a little questionable, especially on weight. Today I want to check out over here. I want to check out this powdered sugar. All right, first let's check out the scale. That weighs 2 pounds. We're at 2.01. All right, so we're set. So the packaging on this alone probably weighs about an ounce or so. So we got to think about that as well. Let's weigh them out. .138. 0.152. 1.120.
They don't weigh 2 pounds.
1.12. 1.12. 1.12. 1.15. So all of them. Well, guys, that right there is definitely shrinkflation. I think we're going to have to spend a little more time.
Okay, whatever.
Going to King's Head Island because we want a fancy award.
Hey.
What we found since President Trump came into office is that the Democrats have set up a system to funnel hundreds of billions and ultimately trillions.
I mean, we didn't have any like blankets or anything. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I don't understand how this is happening. That wasn't why they reported as the GSA had to follow up with you guys because when
Damaging the vehicle, but hey, what is what it is. She came out and said it. What's it? It's just like a repossessed car, like it wasn't paid for or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
It's great value raw shrimp, nothing but weight fraud. Check this out. So can you see this right here? You see the shrimp. Can you see how you can't see through it? You see how there's so much ice on there? It's layered in ice. What that is, that's a process called glazing, right? So what they're doing is they're taking this right here, sodium tripolyphosphate. So what sodium tripolyphosphate really does is it holds in the moisture and it adds water weight. Basically, it's a water magnet. It makes water stick to the protein. So they dip it and freeze it, dip it and freeze it, dip it and freeze it, and it adds weight. It makes it look plumpier and juicier than it really is. It's weight fraud. They're ripping you off. Let's take this home, thaw it out, and see how much it really weighs. All right, guys, so we have our shrimp here. The Great Value shrimp is thawed out and sitting in a giant pool of water, obviously. Let's go ahead. Where do we have it? We have it weighing at 2.54. That is with the packaging right now. We'll deduct the packaging in a minute. So I'm going to strain it, and we're going to dry it out, and we're going to weigh it. I'm as interested in this to see how much water. Look at all that water that is in there.
Disgusting.
As much as I am to see how much how much the shrimp weighs. Tear that up.
Yeah.
All right,
Shrimp,
so we
dirty
are around
shrimp
200
water.
milliliters, and we're weighing
That's
in
disgusting.
at 6.7 ounces of our, let's call it our tripolyphosphate glaze water. All right. Let's get it on here.
That's disgusting.
All right, this is 31 by 40 per pound, this shrimp here, so we might as well count it out while we're at it. Let's get our tare set. This thing weighs, there we are, we're zeroed out. That was only 59. There's supposed to be at least 62 shrimp in there. It's 2 pounds. There should be at least 62, so they shorted us on shrimp. You see what's going on? Glaze water. So we're looking at 1 pound, 12.6 ounces. So what are you really getting? Ripped off. It's great value raw shrimp.
This Easter egg real quick.
What's the Easter egg?
Yeah. You gotta, to save the water shit, you get a Tempest one from doing it. Each of us.
All of us or just one of us?
All of us. You gotta have 3 people to do it.
We got a what?
Tempest 1.
Huh.
Alright, shit, all you gotta do, you gotta get in the water. Drop everything except for your oddment.
We're gonna catch on fire.
What, except for my shield?
No, everything except for your oddments, your shield included.
I can't even drop my free loadout, so...
Yeah, you don't have to drop your oddment. You drop your shield and all that, though.
Okay.
Both of you drop everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got. Alright. Let me just take that. Alright. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's head home at the central swamp lift.
Alright.
This Easter egg real quick.
Okay, here you go. We hit somewhere? Oh, I think you had it. There you go. Okay.
I need to do that soon. Talent. Nice, all right.
Here you go.
When occasion demanded it, the students went to even greater lengths in setting up a laboratory experiment. The problem in this next case, how to simulate the very creation of our planet. For the molten lava, they had to resort to a substitute. They finally agreed to settle for orange-colored mud. Jack here, who was analyzing the basic animation problem, had decided to narrow it down to the individual action of a pair of bubbles. This two-drawing flipping action is the reliable trick by which animators prove the workability of their extremes and check the animation.
All it took was a mere 14-mile hike up a mountain just to collect a very precious orange dirt.
Doesn't that look like a pile of rust?
Yeah.
That's rust.
And then what? And then what?
We'll roast this up and use this as some of our charges today. We'll burn off the water.
water, and we should see a bit of a color change as the oxides present themselves as much more red after it's roasted. I built a sort of Viking Age short stack bloomery furnace.
Oh. I mean, you're gonna die. Incredible dying. You're gonna crash! 5 minutes of that shit?
Hi, my name is Ellen King. I'm working on Will Trent, and we actually have some of these granite pieces that I've actually been working on today. I do a lot of the faux finishing for the scenic work here on set, so this is one of the projects that we have currently, and we're going to be doing a scene at the university, so it's going to be a great thing. Whenever they have specialty finishes, like...
So the elephant in the room is why is it installed on the outside? As many of you know, or maybe you don't, here on the Steep in the Woods mountain, we are building a tower house completely out of used pallets. Like, totally, it's all pallets. We're finally going to install the insulation on our walls.
Down to home, baby.
Look, check this thing out. So Isaac sent me this, and it is a garage door lock. And I didn't think that was a problem until I saw some videos where people are just creating a gap right here on the garage door, and then they're snaking in a wire and coming around and grabbing this emergency handle, and then it's unlocking the door, and they're able to just open the door and steal all your stuff, or, you know, potentially break into your house. So they came up with this lock right here, and this is the genius part. See this wire right here? This is how it's powered. Because I was wondering, like, how is this thing knowing when to activate? You just screw it right into the light bulb of the garage door opener. They give you these wires. They did such a good job with the packaging, because you just put the wires in here and then drop down these levers. No wire strippers, no nothing. And that's the genius of it. You pretty much, look, activate it with the light. So I'm going to hit this light. I'm going to zoom in here. See it? Let me get closer. Look at that. So that's it. All you got to do is just clean up the wires here, and then you have a lock on your garage door, and no one's getting in.
Chips Ahoy! We visited AV in Albuquerque, where their laser system, called Locust, is built. The top part that looks like Wally is the beam director. The deadly ray blasts out of one of the eyes. The base contains batteries as the power source and a cooling system. Each unit costs roughly $8 million and can be stationary or installed in the back of a truck. Has it ever been deployed in battle?
Absolutely, yes. Multiple battles in different theaters around the world, including against Shahids.
Are you telling us that it has been deployed in the Middle East?
Yes.
He said he's not allowed to tell us exactly where, but it is not being used in the current war. That drones have become so pervasive in the war brings up the question, why didn't the U.S. have a cost-effective solution ready? We visited...
Do you guys know what micro cement is? You should, but if you don't, think of it as a seamless concrete finish that can be applied directly over existing surfaces, which saves you time, cost, and the mess of a full demolition. And we're about to apply it in 3 completely different rooms. Same system, start...
What are you doing with all that? A fence building secret? How's that a secret? I don't understand how that's a secret.
You are 100% responsible, especially after the lawsuit, after the videos.